In the charred dawn of Avdiivka, fire and smoke clawed skyward where a Russian military site once stood. The strike was more than a mere blow. It was obliteration, a violent punctuation carved into the heart of occupation. Buildings that had housed weapons, command posts, and the machinery of war now lay in ruins, twisted metal and shattered concrete littering the ground. Observers noted the scale of destruction, far beyond what drones alone could deliver. Evidence of heavier ordnance raining down with surgical fury. The roar of explosions still echoes in the streets, a stark reminder that the war's reach is relentless, that no fortress, no matter how fortified, can escape the wrath of precise, merciless fire. Avdiivka bears the scars of this vengeance, and the message is unmistakable. Resistance is not only alive, it strikes with devastating force. Now we have the details about the strike on important Russian military base. In August 2025, the Ukrainian Defense Forces attacked the Molchino military training ground in the Krasnodar territory of Russia. According to the Telegram channel Dossier of the Spy, the attack was executed using 14 attack drones. The attack on the hangar destroyed and damaged Iskander-M tactical missile systems. According to Cyber Baroshno's OSINT analysts, 19P78-1 launcher and 59T-250 transport and reloading vehicles were damaged. Each missile battery has two 9P78-1 launchers and two 9T-250 transport and charging vehicles, respectively, 4 vehicles at the division level and 12 vehicles at the brigade level. The Pantsir-S anti-aircraft missile gun system, which was supposed to provide air defense for the area, was also damaged. In addition to military equipment, the drones hit warehouses and vehicles. The Molchino test site is one of the key military facilities in southern Russia, located in the Krasnodar territory. The Russian Ministry of Defense actively uses it to train personnel, including units involved in hostilities against Ukraine. Molchino attracts special attention because of the presence of militants from private military companies, including Wagner, which previously used the training ground as a training base. This is not the first reported defeat of the Iskander by the Ukrainian Defense Forces. On September 5th, the General Staff reported that units of the armed forces, in cooperation with the SSU, launched a missile strike on the Russian Iskander missile system in the Bryansk region. According to the agency, the missile launcher of the 26th Missile Brigade of the Russian Armed Forces was discovered near the town of Klintsy during preparations for a strike on one of the Ukrainian settlements, probably Kyiv. Thanks to effective intelligence and coordinated work of the armed forces and the security service of Ukraine, the targets were successfully defeated. 1 Russian launcher detonated, and 2 more were likely damaged. GoPro footage from a Russian soldier. A Ukrainian drone operator skillfully strikes an ATV to halt the advance. In an almost surreal display, Russian soldiers are resorting to rifles to take down drones, bizarrely armed with the expectation that bullets can pierce speeding, low-flying targets. Men hunch in trenches or perch atop vehicles, firing wildly at buzzing silhouettes above, their frustration growing with every missed shot. Dmitry Rogozin, a Russian senator from Russia-occupied Zaporizhzhia region, said that the front line has reached a deadlock and de facto said that the Russian army was not capable of great advances.
And if we move in such traditional ways as we are moving now, right, that is mainly the whole war is at the tactical level. What is an assault group? It's 3 or 4 people, 5 people, so guys somewhere, well, probably of an age roughly close to ours, right? Because our youth, the IT specialists, they are protected with all the perks. And these men across the steppe, which is all mined where drones buzz from different sides, covered in armor, covered with this and that. And he must have an automatic rifle, and he must have ammunition for this rifle, and at the same time a smoothbore to shoot back at drones, and also electronic warfare equipment, and all of this. It's impossible to get up from a chair with all this, let alone go on the offensive. It's very difficult. And if any military equipment appears within 20 kilometers closer to the line of contact, it will be destroyed by us on their side, and by them on ours. That's it. So what's the deadlock? What's the problem with positional warfare? That is, the forces are roughly equal, right? in terms of equipment, training, even motivation, in what they're pumped up with, they're pumped up there. There are Russian people there, you understand?
No, they only speak Russian there.
Yes, we throw grenades at them and they shout, Russians do not surrender, you see? They are not really Russians, they are traitors in their minds, they have lost honor and conscience, they are fighting on the side of NATO, but in terms of character, in their ability to fight, yes, in their
sacrifices.
Yes, that's us. If there were some French people sitting there with the Americans, well, we would have dealt with them long ago. That's the problem, that we are fighting, in a sense, with our own reflection. For example, in Kherson, there's the front, there's the Dnipro. You can't approach the shore there. They approach the shore, we kill them, we approach the shore, they kill us to the shore, not even to get on the water. There's a very intense and bloody struggle for the islands, for these Kherson islands. For example, every day, I just came to you now, right? This morning I was again at my command post. I have those plasma screens hanging there, screens. I see, the image from our drones. There it is, burned out like a rotten tooth, Stepnogorsk. Around, there are just bare fields. There are no more tree lines. If a hare appears, I will see it, let alone a person. How to move to pass this route, on what? And the equipment will be blown up, because all the roads are mined by both us and them, randomly and not just randomly.
Attention, Denmark! They know that if Russia strikes a NATO country, it would trigger World War III, but it doesn't necessarily have to be done by our own hands.
Denmark has become a leader essentially in this hysteria of supporting Ukraine.
Greenland will be free.
The Ukrainian plant is being created, and now Zelensky is urging all European countries, following Denmark's example, to create these so-called Ukrainian military plants to kill Russian citizens.
Therefore, we need to officially declare that we consider them a legitimate target and plant the whole area with hazelnut trees.
Vladimir Vladimirovich, I also believe that indeed if a Ukrainian factory is being established, a country that is officially at war with us, yes, then it is a legitimate target for Russia. Well, after all, yes, they understand that they are creating it there because if Russia strikes a NATO country, then it is again a reason for World War III. But after all, it doesn't necessarily have to be done by our hands.
NATO stated there was no need to shoot down Russian MiGs over Estonia, as they posed no threat.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. He's doing the job every day.